Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. These are your player ratings from the game. And let's get straight into it, starting with Le Mans in goal. Now, I don't think Le Mans, he is caught in no man's land on the first goal. It's a poor from Casemiro, but Le Mans is caught in no man's land. And again, the second strike is just a top class strike into the top corner. Ultimately, I don't think many keepers saving that. Other than that, I don't think he had anything else to do. If you look at the stats in the game, um, only one shot on target. Well, that can't be right. Two shots on target, sorry, for Burnley. Obviously, the two goals that they scored. Oh no, one shot. Yeah, yeah, one shot on target, and obviously the goal comes from a deflection. So yeah, I mean it's kind of laughable the fact that they had one shot on target and scored two goals. I think that would be something that is a shock. But again, it was expected. Burnley weren't going to dominate shots and stuff. Yes, they looked like the better team at times, but Le Mans didn't really have too much to do in the game. So listen, I'd give them a 5 out of 10. Moving on, it was a 4-2-3-1, a clear 4-2-3-1. We start with the right back Dallo. Now, listen, it was just a meh game from Dallo. Like nothing really much going forward. Didn't do anything bad defensively. Obviously, one of the goals does come down his side, but it's more on Casemiro, I'd say. So I'd give Dallo a 5 out of 10. Didn't do anything great. Didn't do anything bad. Aiden Heaven, I listened to an home goal for him. I think he apparently came off with a bit of an injury. Listen, the home goal, what's he supposed to do in that situation? Like he's got to go for the ball. It deflects and goes into his own net. But other than that, I thought he had a good game. He was calm on the ball. Should have scored that header as well. He had another chance to add to his tally. But yeah, Aiden Heaven, I'd give him a 5 out of 10. Martinez, listen, I think he went on a lot of runs through midfield. He tried to progress the ball, made a few good passes over the top as well, which we should have scored from. I think Bruno had a chance from a ball that he played over. But yeah, Martinez, I give him a 5 out of 10 as well. Luke Shaw gets us 5 as well. Put a good few crosses into the box and was really good on the attack as a left back. He knows how to play that position really, really well, and you can see that the quality from Luke Shaw was good today. He won a lot of duels, so yeah, 5 from him. Now the midfield, Ugarte, a 4. I think Ugarte, actually no, that's harsh. I give Ugarte a 5 because he was someone who got around the midfield in terms of we know the energy that he has and he is a bit tenacious. Again, he had a chance where it's a half volley where he was like the worst player that you wanted at the end of that shot. Um, in the game, the ball comes. I think it's Casemiro, lovely chest down. And Ugarte just snaps it wide. But other than that, he got around the pitch well, won a few duels. I thought there were a few times where Burnley won the counter attack and he did make some latch to his tackles. Again, we just know having Ugarte and Casemiro, there's no creativity coming from there. So yeah, I got to give Ugarte a 5. Casemiro for me gets a 4. Very poor from him on the goal. As an experienced player, you can't let a player just go past you like that. And ultimately that leads to the goal. So yeah, it was very poor from Casemiro, and I think when he watches it back, he will understand that that is poor from him because you can't just let a man go, especially in the Premier League. Especially like that in the Premier League. So yeah, I'd give him a Casemiro a 4 out of 10. Now in terms of the number 10 was Bruno Fernandes. Now how great was it seeing Bruno Fernandes back in the Manchester United shirt? He got an assist. Obviously played the 60 minutes, which was already planned for him to do so. It was a great performance from him, in my opinion. I think in the first half we struggled to get into the game as much. He put a few crosses into the box and a nice link-up play. But second half we got into the game a bit more on that right-hand side, and that was a great switch by Darren Fletcher. Good job from Bruno. It's great to see him, as I said, back in the team. Gets an assist. I got to give him a 6.4. I got to give him a 7 really for his return. I thought it was a very good return, and I think he did do a very, very good job. Now Cunha on the right, I don't get the reason why Fletcher played him on the right. I think that would be the only kind of the only problem I would have with Fletcher's lineup today. I think Cunha, his best position is central, or if not off the left, and he played him as probably his worst position. I get what he was doing with putting Dorgu on the left to get crosses into the box, and that ultimately that worked out because I thought Dorgu did put a lot of good crosses into the box, but we didn't really get the best out of Cunha. And in the second half, we've seen a bit more from him. Obviously, got taken off, which is interesting because Cunha usually plays a lot of minutes, but I think that was just for fresh legs. But yeah, I'll give Cunha an average 6, really. We couldn't get him into the game as much. He had that one header that was cleared off the line, but that was really about it. Now, Dorgu, I think, had a really good game. He played on more of a left mid slash left winger in this game. And I thought his output was very, very good. He defended well, made it a back five at times, which again, we don't want to hear back five, but he did make it a back five at times. He was very good defensively, put good through crosses into the box, got a brilliant cross that led to the goal, put another cross in for Sesko, which he should have scored. And listen, we did see sort of glimpses of Dorgu in that, and he should have scored as well, Dorgu. It was a great clearance off the line, but we did see glimpses of what we can expect from Dorgu if you play him on that left side, putting crosses into the box. Now, Sesko for me, easy man of the match. There's been a lot of pressure on Sesko. There was a lot of pressure on Sesko going into the game. He's only scored 2 goals prior to this game for Manchester United. Another 2 goals today. Great 2 goals, by the way, can we say. I mean, they were class finishes. The first one was just instinctive finish. Great pass by Bruno, and that's what you get from Bruno in that position. The second one is a world-class finish. Great cross by Dorgu and just pokes it into the far corner. But yeah, very happy with Sesko. As I said, he was getting pelters by Sky today, which I didn't think were deserved. I think his first half wasn't great, but there were moments in that first half where I thought he looked alright. Could have done a bit better there. I mean, obviously both goals come in the second half, but I think Sesko looked very sharp in that first half, and the second half he just topped of that performance with 2 goals. And Sesko's performance today deserved the win. But as I said, there's been a lot of scrutiny on him. I've been critical. He stepped up today. Hopefully he can continue that now in the Brighton game and the Man City game, because you're going to need that from him. We have no one really else who can play in that position. So yeah, Sesko's link-up play was good, and yeah, he gets the job done. But do remember, it is against a relegation team. Now the subs, I think Fletcher, listen, he put on some decent subs. I think Mainu getting him some minutes after coming back from injury was good. Yoro come on in the 61st minute, I'd give him a 6. He did try and get into the box, and he had that one glancing header, but I'd got to give him a 6 out of 10. Mason Mount, for me, gets a 6. Mainu gets a 6 as well, and so does Xerxes. And Lacey, I've got to give him a 7. I mean, he come on, could have scored 2 absolute rockets as well. But listen, it shows Amarim there. Not Amarim. Fletcher showed that he used the subs. He bought on the 5 subs. Mainu as well, I think he was strong in that midfield, made some good passes as well. Has to start the next game for me. Mount as well in there. So yeah, listen, I'd give Lacey a 7 and the rest I'd give a 6. Now Darren Fletcher, for his first game in charge of the United team, to get a draw in the circumstances that it was, I think there has to be a lot of praise given to Fletcher. Listen, ideally 3 points would have been vital. It would have took us up to into the top 4 anyway, or top 5, with Liverpool still to play. And potentially we could have went into that top 4 on goal difference, or we would have went into the top 4 on goal difference if we won. That is the most problematic thing. But on Fletcher, I think he'd be very happy with the way that it went. It could have went a lot worse. United were the better team in that game and thoroughly deserved to get the win. I think Sesko was the man of the match. But let me know your thoughts. United draw 2-2. I would be very frustrated if I was Fletcher, because there were chances there to get the win. I think the players will be visibly frustrated, or they were visibly frustrated, and they would be frustrated going into next game, because how many times are we not going to capitalise on getting 3 points? That's Wolves, Everton, Bournemouth. Who else again today against Burnley? Trying to think who else, like the poor performances that we've had. West Ham, I think I've already mentioned that. So yeah, we did need the points today, and there's 2 points dropped.